Most college students are using ChatGPT right now in a way that is quietly making them worse, not smarter, not faster, worse. And the scary part? They don't even realize it. Welcome to College Unveiled, where we reveal the truth about colleges and universities straight from the inside. I'm Professor K. Today I'm going to show you the biggest mistake students make with ChatGPT, why it's actually dangerous for your future, and how to use it in a way that gives you a real advantage. Because right now there are two types of students forming, and the gap between them is getting wider every day. Let me describe a very common situation. You have an assignment due. You're tired, you're busy, you open ChatGPT and type something like, write a 1,000-word essay on, solve this problem, summarize this chapter. It gives you a clean, well-written answer. You read it quickly, maybe, you submit it, and you think, great, that saved me time. That feels efficient. It feels like you're being smart. But here's what's actually happening. You just skipped the part where your brain was supposed to work. It's like going to the gym, watching someone else lift weights, and then expecting to get stronger. You didn't outsmart the system. You just removed the part that was supposed to make you smarter. And that might not matter today, but it will matter a lot later. College is not really about assignments. It's about something much less visible, cognitive development. Every assignment is supposed to do one thing, force you to think, to struggle a little, to organize ideas, to make decisions. When you outsource that entire process to AI, you lose what I call cognitive reps. Just like going to the gym. If someone else lifts the weights for you, you don't get stronger. And here's the part most students underestimate. This effect compounds. If you do this once, it's not a big deal. But if you do this for an entire semester or multiple years, you graduate with weaker thinking skills, lower confidence, and a hidden dependency on AI, which is not exactly what employers are hoping for when they read bachelor's degree. The dangerous part is, your GPA might look completely fine while your actual ability is quietly declining. And that dependency shows up in a very specific way. At some point, your mindset shifts. You stop asking, how do I solve this? And you start asking, can ChatGPT solve this for me? That sounds subtle, but it's a completely different way of operating. One is active, the other is passive. And over time, passive thinkers fall behind, not immediately, but gradually, and then suddenly. Meanwhile, something else is happening. The students who are actually getting ahead, they're using ChatGPT in a completely different way. They don't use it to replace thinking, they use it to amplify thinking. For example, instead of saying, write this essay for me, they say, here's my draft. How can I make this stronger? Instead of, give me the answer. They ask, explain this concept in a way I can really understand, or even better, challenge my argument. They use ChatGPT like a tutor, a coach, a sparring partner. Not like a very polite intern who does all the work while you learn nothing, and this leads to a completely different outcome. Right now, two students can submit the same assignment. One used AI to avoid thinking, the other used it to sharpen their thinking. On paper, they look identical, same tools, same output, sometimes even the same grade. But in reality, they're heading in completely different directions. Because we are entering a world where students split into two groups. Group 1, students who rely on AI to do their work. Group 2, students who use AI to improve their thinking. And over time, one group becomes more dependent and more replaceable. The other becomes more capable and more valuable. So the real question becomes, here's a simple rule. Never use AI to skip thinking. Use AI to go beyond your current thinking. Practically, that means 1, try first, even if it's messy. 2, then use ChatGPT to refine, expand, or critique. 3, ask better questions, not just for answers, but for insight. Because the goal is not to finish faster. The goal is to become better. ChatGPT is one of the most powerful tools students have ever had, but like any powerful tool, it can either build your advantage or quietly erode it. And the difference comes down to one thing: how you choose to use it. If you want to stay ahead in college and actually benefit from tools like AI, subscribe to College Unveiled. Because in this new world, it's not about working harder, it's about thinking better. Thank you for watching. I will see you next time.